Hi everyone, I was having a conversation with a person on one of my channels today about soy and why it can be bad for women especially, but people in general. So I'm going to go through and give you some alternatives as far as dairy, like if you're lactose intolerant, or soy if you're trying to just kind of get away from soy altogether for health purposes, and give you a little bit of information about each one, protein, calories and all that if you're on a diet. I'm on Weight Watchers, so I'll give you the points for that. And hopefully that will be helpful to you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this camera. I thought I had it fixed, and it's just not working out. Alright, so I have a website that I have been reading about soy and why it's bad for you and what it can do to women and all that kind of stuff. Basically, the gist of it is, and I will link the article that I'm reading from in the description box below, but you can find literally thousands of articles on soy on the internet. You know, you can find anything on the internet these days. So, the article that I'm reading from is by a doctor who was doing her doctorate research project years ago. Not years ago. I don't even know when this was. 2004? Years ago. This was just from her research project. There are much more up-to-date articles on the same subject, but this one was the clearest that I could find really quickly. She had spent several weeks looking at samples of male sperm, and she was trying to find out why some sperm were moving slower than others. Clearly, if they move too slow, the woman is not going to get pregnant. So that was kind of her, what she was researching. And when she tested them, she found out that they had chemicals called isoflavones in them. And that's found in soy. That is, there's a high level of that found in soy products. And so she did a bunch more tests. I won't read it to you and bore you. You guys can read it for yourself. But it was basically completely messing up male and female hormones, causing all kinds of stuff. Cancer, premature menopause, altering a woman's menstrual cycle schedule, hair growth in places that it shouldn't have been, and all kinds of stuff. And this was all from isoflavones found in soy. So I'll let you guys read that, and you can be the judge of, you know, what you think and not. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just giving you the information that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and go by that because I'd rather be safe than sorry. I mean, I know that they say that everything's bad for you, but at some point you have to just say, you know, I'm just going to go with this. Because if it's bad, then I don't want to be involved in it. So, with all that said and out of the way, I'm going to give you some alternatives to dairy for those of you who are lactose intolerant or just don't want to ingest soy and don't want to ingest soy as an alternative. My son and myself both are lactose intolerant. His is much more severe than mine. And he's only 10 years old and has severe autism, so I can't really just kind of let him tough it out like I do with some things. I'm very careful with him. We don't let him get dairy in anything. I mean, if there's like milk in a piece of bread, then that's fine. But other than that, it's just, no. What I use with him mainly are things that have more protein in them that I use for myself. And by that I mean certain types of dairy replacements don't have very much protein in them. This is based from cow's milk. This is the yogurt I use with him. It's Green Valley Organic Lactose-Free Yogurt. You can get this at your local health food store, and I think I have seen it at, I want to say, Harris Teeter. Don't quote me on that. If you're on Weight Watchers, it's 4 points for a 6-ounce container of this yogurt. And like I said, it's cow's milk, but it's 2 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein, 23 carbohydrates, and 0 fiber. Another thing I use with him from time to time, I don't use this quite as often as like him just kind of drinking it or putting it on cereal or anything, because it's kind of funny. But I will cook with this if I'm going to make like a creamy dish, is the goat milk. This is the canned goat milk, and it's just as good as the other, but you can get goat milk in a regular milk container in the dairy department at your grocery store. Usually Harris Teeter, Food Lion, most of the major grocery stores, Lowe's Foods, I know that they carry it. This goat milk is a little bit higher in fat and calories and everything than some of the other milks that I'm going to mention in just a second, but it's also higher in protein like the other one that I mentioned. This is 8 grams of protein for 1 cup, and it is 4 points for a half a cup. So it is a little higher in everything, but like I said, you're getting more protein out of the deal. Another one, this is what I like to use for him and I, myself mainly, when I'm gonna like put milk on cereal, or if I'm gonna make a smoothie or whatever, I will use this. And for him, if I'm gonna give him cereal, which I don't give him very often because he doesn't really like it anyways, put this on there, and that's almond milk. And this is not my favorite brand. This one is the Silk brand, and it is 2 points for 1 cup. Usually what I use is the Blue Diamond almond milk, the unsweetened vanilla flavor, and that is 1 point for 1 cup. Both of those almond milks only have 1 gram of protein per 8 ounces, so it's not getting much protein out of it. You are getting 1 fiber though, as to where most milk you get no fiber. So this particular almond milk, the Silk brand, is 2.5 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of protein, and 1 fiber, making it 2 points for 1 cup. So it's not bad, but I'll stick with my 1 pointer. Besides, the Blue Diamond carries the vanilla flavor with no sugar in it, and it just has a better taste to me. What I use for him as far as cheese goes, for his, I think I just use this for his pizza. I really haven't put it on anything else for him, but I'll make him a pizza out of this. It's rice cheese, and this is the mozzarella style. You can get a cheddar style. I've not tried that one, so I don't know how it is. This is fine as long as you don't use it in large quantities. So if you're trying to make like a super duper cheesy pizza, you're going to end up with kind of a funny flavor and texture to it. And so I like to kind of go a little heavier on the sauce, a little lighter on the cheese for him, because it does, like I said, have a funny little kick to it if you put too much. That brand, I don't really know what the brand is. Galaxy Nutritional Foods, rice. They make rice milk, rice cheese, rice ice cream. You can get like ice cream bars, ice cream in a container, and they're good. I like their rice ice cream. I'm not real fond of that cheese. It's okay, like I said, in small doses. The goat milk, usually you can find goat milk cheese, goat milk yogurt, and then the milk itself. The major place that you can taste the goat, not really taste the goat, but taste that it's different, is in the milk itself and in the yogurt. In the cheeses, you can't really tell, in my opinion. The almond, they make almond milk, almond ice cream. I've not seen almond yogurt, but I could be wrong. And then the last one that I don't have one to show you is coconut milk, and this is the only 4 that I know of, but coconut milk yogurt, and it again only has 1 gram of protein per cup. I did look up the stats on it, so I could give that to you. 1 cup is 6 points of the light, and that's the canned version. There is a kind in a carton that comes like this of coconut milk. You can get it at Harris Teeter, local health food stores, you know, things like that. I've never found it at Walmart, but that doesn't mean they don't have it. I think that in the carton it comes in a light version, which could be more calories and fat and all that stuff. I'm not positive, don't quote me on that, but it's worth checking into. And that brand that I like is called So Delicious, and they're the ones that they're the largest producers of soy products, soy milk and all that, but make sure it says coconut because it's not soy. It doesn't have any soy in it. So those are the ones that we like the most. I will give you just this extra little tidbit here. Cabot cheese, C-A-B-O-T. For some reason, that all of their packages say right there that they are naturally lactose free. I don't really know what that means, but I do know that this does not hurt my stomach. I have not tried it with my son, who is severely lactose intolerant. I mean, the smallest amount of milk, and he has got a stomach ache, and it's bad. So I haven't tried this with him just because I'm scared to. I don't want to hurt his stomach. But as far as I know, and for me, who is moderately lactose intolerant, this does not hurt my stomach at all. So take that with a grain of salt. This one is 75% reduced fat sharp cheese, and they have a 50% reduced fat, and they just have their regular whole milk cheeses. But this particular one is 1 point for 1 ounce. If you're doing Weight Watchers, I'll give you the stats. If you're not, 60 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 9 grams of protein, no carbohydrates, no fiber. So it's pretty good. But this is cow's milk. So if you have a cow's milk allergy, you don't want to do this cheese or this yogurt. But like I said, all those other things make yogurts and things like that. So I just wanted to give you guys that information in case you're lactose intolerant, you're trying to get off of soy because you kind of believe that it could be bad for you or whatever the case may be. I know personally myself, I don't eat soy. I didn't eat it before this because it hurt my stomach as bad as milk, and I don't know why, and it does the exact same thing to my son. When he was a baby, we adopted him when he was an infant. He was on, I can't remember what that yucky stuff is they give them, Similac or whatever. And he just was constantly having issues from that because he was lactose intolerant and no doctor ever diagnosed it. I took him off of formula and put him on goat's milk, and he didn't have a problem after that. But that is mainly soy, and that hurt his stomach, and yeah, so anyway. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll link in the bottom to this article that I'm reading, and like I said, there's thousands of articles on the internet and in books and everywhere that points to the fact that soy very well could be bad for people in general's hormones. So I think that's pretty much all I had to say about that. I hope you guys are having a great day. I really appreciate you stopping by and watching my videos. And let me know if you need me to do any type of video in specific for you. If you have any questions or comments or anything like that, just leave them below. And please subscribe up there if you haven't. And have a great day. Thank you.